Cinderella, recorded by Solomon. Cinderella, recorded by Solomon. Once upon a time, there lived a girl called Cinderella with her dad. Her dad was very nice. She had 3 evil stepmothers. They were very mean. And after her dad died, the evil stepmothers, they became her person to take care of her. Next. Her evil stepmother, one of her evil stepmothers told her to go up into the attic, which was her room. It was very small. And those evil stepmothers, they were so mean that they made Cinderella, the name of the girl. They made her the servant, and she had to clean up the whole room and give them the food because they were so jealous of her. And she had to and the only things which were her friends were the mice and the birds. And she found mice trapped and she let him free, and he called him Lucifer. He called him a name, but I don't remember the name. And she let him free with the other mouse, and she said, "Be careful of Lucifer." And after she gave Lucifer his milk, she went outside and was spreading corn for the chickens, and Lucifer and the mouse Tom, he kicked the cat, and the cat spilled his face in his milk. And after that happened, then Lucifer saw him and jumped on Tom, the mouse, and he saw the mouse and Lucifer the cat. He laughed. And Cinderella, someone said, one of her stepmothers said, "Come upstairs." And she came upstairs with all the stuff for her and gave them all the stuff. And the prince said, "All the people will have to come to the palace, and whoever has the most beautifulest girl will be the princess." And to this man, and then he went to all the people and gave him an envelope, and she gave it to Cinderella, and she gave it to her evil stepmothers, and they read it, and she said, "That means that I can come." And her evil stepmother said, "No, you have to do all the work until you're done, and make the beautiful and get your beautifulest thing." dress. And she took a dress which her mother threw out, and her other stepmother threw her necklace in the trash bin. And the mice started working on it and sewing. And Lucifer made the pearls and brought it. And she said, thank you for making this dress. And then her evil stepmothers, one of them just watched, and the two evil stepmothers, they ripped her dress, and the other one broke the beautiful necklace, was very beautiful. And she went outside and cried and cried. And fairy godmother, she said, it's okay, I am fairy godmother. I will cast a spell. And she cast a spell over a pumpkin, and the pumpkin turns into a van. And she cast a spell over a dog, and the dog turned into the driver. And she cast a spell over two mice, and they turned into two white horses. And she cast a spell over Cinderella, and she was beautiful. And then the carriage van went to the palace, and she danced with the prince. And then the clock struck 12, and she said to the prince, "Oh man, I need to go." And she went to the carriage van, and she jumped in it and drove away, and she went down the stairs quickly, and she lost a golden slipper, and she jumped inside the carriage, and her evil stepmother, and she ran, and everything changed, and her evil stepmother locked her up in the attic, and she said, "There's no one here left." And so he was just about to leave. The mouse stole the key, and they went upstairs. And they opened the door and Cinderella came downstairs, and the evil stepmother, she tripped the man, and the glass slipper broke, and she had a different one, and she tried it on, and it fit her, and the glass slipper fit her, and her evil stepmothers, and he said, "Hooray!" And the evil stepmothers, and she went, "Oh!"